Mr. President, thank you for joining us. When Russia invaded, you could have run, Ukraine could have surrendered, but you didn't. You stood up, Ukraine fought. Why do you fight?
We didn't have any way out. I mean, that is our life, our families, our houses. First of all, we are just people. People, we love our country, our children. We love it, and we don't want to live without it. And we want to live, not just live, just, waste time, yes, and to have sometimes some years or something like this. No, we don't. We want to be free, and not to find a way how to do it. We just want to live where we want and how we want. And I think that is the main meaning of all the people in the world, but not all of our neighbors understand it. And it's a big tragedy that the people of Russia, they really came to us like terrorists. And from the moment of invasion, they are real terrorists because they occupied the beginning of people, houses. They wanted to occupy our rights. Yes, real. Yes, but what is the life? What is the life without any freedom, any rights, any democracy? When you can't tell what you want, can't choose how to live. What is it? It's nothing. That's why I think that all the people from children, really, we have such heroic children, really. So from children to all the people didn't depend on the age. It was about that we decided to be in unity, to live how we want. Nobody, if from Russia or somewhere, any autocratic people can't take our life, our decision how to live, our way of life. So that's why, of course, I had to be here with my people, with my family, with my citizens, with the Ukrainians who voted and saw me like a leader of Ukraine. They elected me, and of course they count on me, and of course I count on them. And that's why it wasn't yet, this is the soldier, this is the president, this is that a child. We all been one army. The name of this army is Ukraine.
Is this fight, though, bigger than just Ukraine? Is this a fight between evil and good? Is this a fight for democracy?
That is real fight for democracy. That is real fight for lives and for independence. What is very important to understand that what we've got in 1991, it really was great success for Ukraine to have our own country, our independence, and it was recognizable for everybody in the world, by the way, including Russia. I want to be understandable. It doesn't mean that we have to fight for independence. No, but really, in history, all the people who wanted to be free had to secure this freedom, had to fight for this, had to, understand their price. Because the price of democracy, it's a pity, but it's real life. The price of democracy and freedom is very high. Because that is the people. Because people pay by their lives.
Speaking of that, there are 15,000 kilometres between my home and yours in Kyiv. Why is it important that Australians, the Australian government, but Australian individuals help in your fight?
Перш за все, це не питання грошей. Це питання об'єднання, питання захисту спільних цінностей. Тому що те, що може Австралія дати і може дати Сполучені Штати Америки, так, це різні речі. Але питання не в обсязі допомоги, а питання, що ми захищаємо конкретні цінності, які співпадають з людьми за тисячі кілометрів. І питання бути в цьому союзі. Показати, що люди з різних континентів підтримують нашу боротьбу, наші цінності, підтримують наші погляди. Це найголовніше, що світ об'єднався навколо України. І це дає можливості, чесно кажучи, не просто боротьби. Боротьба – це процес, а перемоги. Це є результатом цього процесу. And the signal what we gave during this fighting, and you gave during supporting. The signal to other world, someone who are leaders of tyrannies, or thinking about some terroristic steps. That is the signal that doesn't matter where do you live, doesn't matter what big country, what you represent, big country or small one, doesn't matter. You represent values which are so close to people. You represent values which really secure humanity, or you're real evil and you're real against people, freedom, etc. That is the signal. What will be if you will just think and try to go somewhere and to occupy somebody, to kill, to take children, to steal children, like it was with Ukrainian children by thousands stolen children. So it means that the world will not look at any economical issues, what was before your invasion. The world made a choice. This, to save freedom, even in a small country, even in dozens of thousands kilometers of distance. No, because the values don't have distance. That is the signal. I think it's very important, because if Russia will win, so it means that I think that we will have many such blows of conflicts and wars in the world, and it means that values cost nothing.
So what more can Australian individuals do and the Australian government do to help you? Because there are people who are willing to do that. So what more can Australia offer?
I think that we will have the war. Is a pity, but it's a real fact. We have to recognize the war doesn't finish. You see the situation in the Middle East, and you understand that such wars or such challenges will, take focus from the full-scale war on the territory of Ukraine, full-scale war from this war of Russia against us, and will go, to other continent or to other conflict. It's understandable. I mean, that the world can be divided. You can lose the unity. You can lose this unity in supporting. It will have influence on military support, humanitarian or financial. Also, what is very important, political support. When you have different minds and different, emotions about, for example, Middle East, what we see now on the streets of the world, different opinions. And when you have different opinions, you're not in unity in your government or in your country. It doesn't matter on what continent. Europe, United States, Arabic world, doesn't matter. I mean, dividing of the societies in one country will make influence on dividing on any continent, on any union, including EU and etc. EU, African Union, Arabic League, and etc. So what it means, when people have different positions about one question, they lose unity. When you lose unity, you lose support and you lose focus. When you lose focus, that is the real chance for such countries as Russia to make revenge. That is what is really very closely I feel. Really, I feel it. And that's why I think that is very dangerous. And that's why I think that the war on the Middle East is so great success for Russia. They don't think about who will win, how many people will, I mean, no. As long as possible, that is for them, that is their goal. As long as possible, Middle East, Syria, somewhere Balkan, doesn't matter for them. So such wars, that means the dividing world, like a cake, So that's what they really need, not to be in unity, because when people in unity, it means that they can help any, like I said previously, any size of country or nations to survive.
Well, Mr. President, you're a very familiar face. You are a symbol of courage, not just here, but around the world. It's a pity that it's taken a war to do this, but you remind us of the values that are most dear to us as a fellow democracy. We wish you well. We hope for your victory and hope that we see you again one day on the shores of Australia in peace. So take care.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to your people for your support, your government, and really Prime Minister. So during the war, there are a lot of countries who are more closer than you to us. But they didn't come during this war to support people. Your Prime Minister, government, your team, and you now, also here, thank you for this support. You're closer than you think.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Well, we would think less of ourselves if we did not come.
Thank you very much.
Please take care of yourself. You look
Thank you.
good.
Thank you very much.